Michal Shir was born in November of 1979, and over her 45 years, it feels like she's been fighting, confronting the forces of radical Islamism from Iran for her entire life. I mean, literally, she was born in the year that the Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini took over in the Islamic Revolution of 1979 in Iran. It was the same year that, in fact, the same month she was born when the Iranian Revolution took over the American embassy and held 52 Americans hostage for 444 days. And throughout Michal Shir's life, she's a member of Knesset, and she's fighting and combating anti-Semitism, but she's also a fierce advocate for the state of Israel, the Jewish people, and increasingly she wants to build a stronger relationship between Israel and the Jewish people and evangelicals. And so we invited her to come to the National Prayer Breakfast this year and to participate in and be a speaker at a very special dinner we did with about 100 evangelical leaders here at the Washington Hilton, where the National Prayer Breakfast was held. All Israel News and the Joshua Fund, the ministry that my wife and I started about 18 years ago to bless Israel and her neighbors, we helped organize and underwrite the dinner. Really wonderful time to get to know Michal Shir. She was able to attend the prayer breakfast and hear President Trump's very, very profoundly pro-Israel message to the 4,200 delegates from 120 countries. Most are evangelicals, but there are Jews, there are Muslims, there are diplomats, there are members of Congress, and so forth. So I asked her just to react, just briefly, to the president's speech and how she was sort of reacting, sort of in terms of as an Israeli, but also just as a wife and as a mother of two. Let's take a look at what she said.
So since the October 7th event, I think that most Israelis felt a little bit betrayed by the international community, and hearing President Trump this morning, this entire week, not only this morning, but this morning in the prayer breakfast, praying for Israel and talking about Israel and expressing his big support towards the state of Israel and the Jewish people and the hostages, was something that I think most Israelis needed to hear. After a year and a half where we battled in 7 fronts, after everything that the Israelis been through since the October 7th event, and having the president great support and having him express it in such fearless way was something that Israel really needed to hear, and these are good news. We still need to study exactly what he meant about Gaza, but again, the way that he says things and his support towards the Israeli people and towards Israel is something that really bring fresh air to Israel. So being at the prayer breakfast this morning was something really special, especially to see the warm feeling that President Trump has towards Israel and the Jewish people. Him talking about the hostages and how we must bring everybody back home, and inviting Noel Gamani, one of the hostages who returned, was something truly special, I think, to all Israelis, especially the ones who participated in this event.
Michal Shir started her life at the age of, I think, 14 or 15. She started she joined the Likud party. So she was on the center right of the Israeli spectrum. Over time, she became, as she grew up, served in the military, did her undergraduate work in political science. She actually ran for and won a position as a member of Knesset in the Likud party, the Netanyahu Likud party. Over time, though, she's had disagreements with Netanyahu. She migrated over first to Gidon Saar's New Right party, and now she's a member of the opposition. She's a member of the Yesh Atid party. Yesh Atid in Hebrew means there is a future, and the leader of that party is a friend of mine. We don't agree on everything, but Yair Lapid, who was I interviewed for All Israel News and the Rosenberg Report recently. But it was really encouraging to me that Michal Shir, though she's on the right wing of the centrist Yesh Atid opposition party, nevertheless she wanted to come. She wanted to speak at the event with her friend. It's a genuine friendship the Deputy Foreign Minister of Israel, Sharon Haskel, and I was just honored, my colleagues and I, to spend time with both these very strong Israeli women, very clear mission, and they want to build this relationship with evangelicals, and both of them, and in this case you're seeing Michal Shir deeply touched by President Trump's immensely pro-Israel message. Israel was mentioned. There was only a couple of countries even mentioned in the president's address. Mostly on domestic issues, but he talked about Israel a lot. He talked about the hostages. He even drew attention to the courage and the bravery and the resilience of the Israeli hostages and their families, including Noah Argamani, the most famous of those, one of the most famous of those hostages, who was there at the National Prayer Breakfast. Again, 4,200 or so people from 120 countries. Grateful to be able to bring you a few of these things. And I think the thing that touched me most that she said was she felt like after 16 months of feeling betrayed by so many in the international community, she felt like President Trump's strong pro-Israel message and his heart of compassion for Israel and the Jewish people was like a breath of fresh air to her and to all Israelis. I was touched by that. From the Washington Hilton, the site of the National Prayer Breakfast and the All Israel News Joshua Fund dinner with evangelicals and Israelis, this is Joel Rosenberg. God bless. Keep praying.